Hello fam, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing good. Let's talk about women in their 40s and above. Those women that are interested in having a man in their life. They want a relationship, they want true love, but they are struggling with finding the right man. They've tried severally, but it's not working out for them. Some of them are now frustrated. They're coming online to talk about it. Let's talk about that. So I've been wanting to, where are you?
I just came to the realization that, like, if you're 40 years old, you're never gonna find love. Like, oh my god, sorry, I woke up like really emotional because I was married for, oh my god, I need to stop. I was married for over 20 years, and like, I was so used to being a wife. Like, I loved being married, you know, like, I love being a wife. I love having like that one person I love coming home to and like venting all my to. And now it's like, yeah, you date people and like sparks fly, and then it's just like, oh, I found better, you know.
This is another classic case of a woman who had a loyal husband, a stable home, and 20 years of shared history, and still said, I'm bored, so she left. Why? Because the spark was gone. Ma'am, it's a marriage, not a fireworks display. Then she met some new guy who gave her butterflies, which, let's be honest.
Let's start off with the voiceover. That was obviously a man talking. Not because someone got into a relationship and when they started the relationship, things were working out fine. Not because there was a good time in that relationship means that the person needs to stay put in that relationship when things went south. If a relationship is no longer serving you, you're more than welcome to walking away. It's very much okay for you to leave that relationship. I've heard so many men emphasize on the point that relationship is not for happiness. Women need to get that. They should stop talking about they're not being happy in a relationship. Relationship is for family, building a family, not for happiness. I've read comments, I've heard men say this out, and I'm like, are they being for real? Oh, relationship is not for happiness. It's easier for them to say things like that because women are the ones serving in the relationship. How many men do you know they have a couple, but not a lot, that are really intentional, that really do their best for their relationship to work, that really listen and make necessary adjustment for their relationship to work? A lot of men don't care. They don't even care about their children. They assume it's a woman's role, a woman's job to make a relationship work, to build a relationship, to put the family unit together. All they think of doing is just to provide. Provision is the easiest thing to do. Anyone can provide, but not anyone can put a home together. So it's easier for men to say relationship is not about happiness because they're not the ones really building it. The women are the ones building it. So it's very much easier for them to say that. So him saying that she dumped the relationship because the spark was no longer there, she had a valid reason for doing that. Not because you've been married for 50 years means that you should not leave when you're not happy. Relationship, marriage is not a do or die affair. And not because she left means that she does not have the right to find another person if that's truly what she wants. Everyone is different. Some people love the relationship structure. They love being there for other people. They love playing house. They love all that. That does not make them a bad person or bad people. I find this comment in the comment section of this video I just played very interesting. Let's go through it. How old is she? Obviously, a lot of women just make bad choices out of selfishness, but we greatly underestimate menopause and how it really messes you up. I've even discussed it with my husband, and I have years until then. We've talked about any possible irrational behaviors and him helping me keep grounded during the time. She said she spoke with her husband, and this is something they brought up. You're having this conversation with your husband because I would want to believe your husband cares. I would want to believe he's got a listening ear. I would want to believe you guys work together. But it does not apply to all husband, does not apply to all marriage. Some men don't care whether you're talking about premenopause, you're facing it right now, is none of their business. Some don't even care about your children. Not because something is working out for you, then you generalize it and say say, oh, women that are crying out are bad behaved or badly behaved. That's not the angle to tackle things like that. It's working out for you probably because you're lucky or you were able to find a way to fix it. So don't discredit other people's story because yours is working out for you. She went on to say, we've talked about any possible irrational behaviors and him helping me keep grounded during that time and vice versa. If he ever gets to a midlife crisis, point me doing the same for him. We've prepared ourselves mentally for these times. I feel like most people don't. I wonder if that's what she went through. Let's go through response because people left comments underneath hers. This man said, I had the same talk, but when the time came, she wouldn't listen to my advice. And then she replied saying, and I'm really sorry about that. Honestly, I pray I'm like my granny. She said she didn't even know it had happened. Yeah, I'm sure it's menopause fault. This man replied again saying, studies have shown that women have premenopause starting at age 35. Their brain chemistry changes and they question everything about life. Their choices, they do want another kid. All of this affects how women look at their marriage or relationship. If a woman is questioning her choices and in the process of questioning her choices, she realizes that what she has right in front of her is not serving her and is not what she wants. Tell me, is there anything wrong in her wanting to leave the relationship or wanting to try something else that works for her? Sometimes people do have rude awakening suddenly. Maybe she never thought about it. Maybe she was preoccupied with other things that never give her time to take a break and reason and ask the necessary question. So if she suddenly started asking the question, is there something really wrong? I'm not in any way dismissing the fact that there is something called menopause and it does have effect on women. It can have a huge negative effect on women if not controlled rightly. If a woman has questioned her existence in a marriage and she made decision to leave because of the fact that she's not happy with what she has thought about and what has been going on, I don't think there's anything wrong in that. This one said, that's like excusing something because of alcohol. I mean, it's literally just an excuse for bad impulsive behaviors and decision. This person is not in agreement with what the lady is saying because in her comment, she is in a way blaming it on menopause. But this person is saying the woman should be responsible for her action regardless of whatever the root cause is. Please let me know what you think about this in the comment section.
Okay, I turned 40 this year and I've never been in love. I've never been in a relationship and I've had no one ever ask me out on a date. Sharing that is really shameful for me because I can remember being in my early 20s and being with a group of new friends that I didn't know very well and them all talking about like their first kiss and dates that they've been on and thinking about how to pretend or lie that I've had experiences that I've never had. I'm so grateful for TikTok because I've seen other people talk about this and it has helped me feel less alone because I truly felt like there was something legitimately deeply wrong with me for my lack of experience. And I knew that most of that, especially in like my teenage years when I was in the late 90s, early 20s, was because I was fat. And I felt like if only I could lose weight, then maybe somebody would love me and maybe somebody would think I was desirable or worth it. So there's a certain kind of loneliness that I think comes along with this, and a sense of kind of always being on the outside looking in. There's a Indigo Girl song that kind of talks about one day finding love, and I have always related to a part in that song. And it says, guess I wasn't the best one to ask me myself with my face pressed up against love's glass to see the shiny toy I've been hoping for, the one I can never afford. The wide world spins and spits turmoil and the nations toil for peace, but the pause of fear upon your chest, only love can soothe that beast. And it has made me cry endless buckets of tears because that is a legitimate feeling that I've had and I've never felt like others could relate to me in that way. And I think I still feel unworthy of love and I'm still trying to figure out why it is that I don't date much, even when I did online dating or tried to do that. But it just was something really hard for me. And maybe it does come back to that core thing of like not feeling worthy of love. And because I don't believe in that thing that people say that you have to love yourself before others can love you. I don't think that that's true at all, because I've seen pure love and real love come from me for other people, friends and family members in my life, and I have a deep well of love. So I don't think that that is it, but I do feel like there's because I've gone without it for so long, there's this sense that I don't deserve it and that maybe I'm impeding myself somehow because I feel like anybody wanting me or wanting to love me or experience what it would be like, like there's something wrong with them if they want to. And maybe that is putting up a wall that I can't see. So I guess if you've never experienced love, just know that you're not alone. And I'm working really hard on this healing journey to figure out that it doesn't mean that I am not a good person, that I'm not somebody that deserves love.
I'm not saying this to invalidate her statement, what she has said regarding love and what she wants, because she has the right to want whatever she wants and express herself the way she has. But her video has confirmed what we've been talking about more than ever. The fact that a lot of women are very dreamy. We live in the world of fantasy. What is love? The society has succeeded in filling our head with the Disney movie. We have this thought of, oh, there's this Prince Charming somewhere coming to come save us. How about we becoming more rational and more practical, more logical? What is love? If you're struggling to know who you are and love yourself as a person, do you think you will ever find someone to respect you? It's all about respect. If you don't have boundaries, you don't know what you like, you don't know what triggers you, do you think you will ever find someone to respect you? As a human, you need to set those boundaries. You need to love yourself. You need to know how to make yourself happy. There is no one out there coming to love you. Those love they talk about is not real. It does not exist. It's all performative. It's all performance. That's why it does not last. Talk about love bombing, doing all the things the society deem to be right. Oh, you're supposed to do this for a woman. When men meet women, they start off that way. The first phase of relationship or marriage, very sweet. What happens afterwards? Practicality comes in. Intentionality comes in. So as a person, you need to develop yourself, build up yourself, teach yourself, learn yourself, understand yourself before you can let someone into your space. And when you're letting someone into your space, they need to understand your boundaries, set your own rules. Listening to her talk, she sounded confused. She does not even believe in her own self. I don't think she should be out there looking for love that does not exist. Rather, she should focus on building herself more. And when she's done building herself, she's going to find someone that aligns with her. She should be looking for alignment, not one love that the media has succeeded in deceiving us with, which we clearly know does not exist. If you don't love yourself, if you don't know how to love yourself, if you don't know what love means to you, how then will you know when someone is loving you right or if someone is loving you right? So it all starts with you. Let's read some comment. This particular comment is also referring to me because I made this statement. The commenter said, people that say just love yourself, have you ever thought that we do? And that's why we don't fall for BS easily? Being real is not common. This is what people are saying underneath the comment. Yes, 100% right. There with you. This 37 years old and never had a date. Never actively seek it because I enjoy my own company. I enjoy my own company. If you're focused on loving yourself, you should be happy with your own company, whether you have a man or not. If you're not happy being alone, then that's where the problem starts. If you claim you love yourself, you should be happy being by yourself. And there's nothing wrong with you wanting to have a companion. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to have a companion. That woman that spoke, she already sounded rejected. She sounds like nobody wants her. I think she did say that, like nobody wants her. If you love your own company, if you love yourself, I don't think you will have low self-esteem. I don't think you'll be thinking the problem is with you, nobody wants you. Indeed, what is that? Love yourself and love will follow you. Funny, what the F? I don't believe in loving yourself and love will follow you. You love yourself and you go out there and look for someone if you truly want to find someone. A lot of women think it's supposed to be automatic because of how the society puts it. Or men are supposed to come find you. I'm not saying that you should go out there and propose to a man. That's not what I'm saying. If your focus is finding a man, if you really want a companion, you want a man in your life, you cannot stay indoors and be talking about no one is finding you. You cannot stay closed doors and be talking about no one is finding you. No, you have to make effort to find the right person that you truly want to have in your life. Not because you want someone, any man that approaches you, you accept. No, you have to make effort to find that person as well. This one said, makes me so mad, like you are not embarrassed spewing this nonsense over and over again. I don't know who she's making reference to. I just wanted to say this. While I was reading the other comment that spoke about menopause, I just looked at that word menopause again. Break it down. Men-o-pause. It means you're taking a break from men. Why does everything have to do with men? Woman. Everything has to do with men. Why? So if you get to that point, you're taking a break from men. Sex, break from men. Crazy.
I'm probably going to upset some women on this app, particularly women who are in my age group. There's nothing wrong with showing emotion, showing that you're a human being. I do it. In fact, I did it a few videos back. But the message that I'm specifically talking to are the women who are 40 and over, sitting here crying and saying that nobody wants them, that people are told that they're over the hill, that they're not lovable, that they have nothing to offer in society. And I'm thinking to myself, these women are gorgeous. These women that are in their 40s, they make me feel ugly, and I don't think I'm an ugly person. Women who are beautiful, crying, saying that nobody here wants them or desires them. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't have that problem. I'm not saying that to be conceited. I'm not saying that to be conceited at all. But I have never experienced what they're experiencing just because I'm 40. And it's men my age, and I've had some younger guys come up to me, but mostly men my age still desire me and still want me, and even try to have a serious relationship with me. And I want to tell these these women who are crying about being single and unwanted over the age of 40, I believe, and this is just my opinion, so please, please, please don't think I'm being mean, but this is my opinion. I think that they believe that they're not worthy because they hit a certain age, or they believe their rhetoric. And the thing is, if you don't have confidence, the opposite sex can pick up on that. And either they'll attract one of two men who will sense that lack of confidence and take advantage of them, or the other men who are like, oh yeah, she's beautiful, but when they get to know her, it's like no, I can't be with an insecure woman. I really believe that's what it is. Because like I said, these women that are crying, that are over 40, who are much more better looking to me than me, in my opinion, I don't think it's because of their age, and I don't think it's because of their looks. I think it's really because they don't have that self-love. I was more insecure in my 20s, but now that I've hit this age, I've developed my sense of self, and I have confidence, and I think that's what men pick up on. Like, that woman's confident. Let me talk to her. Oh, she's funny. She's smart. She doesn't mind being sexy, and she don't care what people think about her. That's why I think I get hit on. Not necessarily because of the way I look. You know, it's just like, I don't let people affect my worth. And I just want to let you know, life ain't over once you hit 40. Trust me, it's not.
There are so many women over 30 to 40 years old that believe that they will never find anyone. They've been brainwashed that they are too old. Look, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that anybody's going to find love. It's not an easy thing to find. But I can tell you what you can do to increase your odds. First of all, if you want to find love, you have to know exactly what you're looking for. I have written my list of non-negotiables that I wanted in a man. And last year, I went out on 18 first dates after vetting over 100 men on the phone. And I quickly discerned whether or not they were for me or not, for the most part. If you don't know what you want in a partner, then people will hold up the line. So you need to be clear and make a decision. Once you figure out the kind of man that you want, then you need to work on, are you that woman? Because you can't ask for something you're not. So you need to work on your healing and make sure that you're good and that you're healing towards secure attachment. And you're not a desperate bitch pick me girl, because you will be preyed upon. Then you got to put yourself out there. You cannot rely on dating apps. No, ma'am. You got to join local clubs. You got to go to fairs and festivals and events. Find some hobbies that you really love and join some clubs for that. Or volunteer at some places that really mean something to you. That will help increase your odds. And then lastly, you gotta actually talk to people and smile and be friendly and make conversation. I know this sucks for my shy friends, but even a smile will go a long way. Now, I went after it. I spent an entire year sorting through the dating apps, joining clubs, going out and meeting people constantly, and vetting hundreds of men because I was determined to give it my all and see if I could find love. And it worked. I found love. And I also grew so much during that year. The whole journey is on this platform, as embarrassing as some of the journey was. But anything's possible. Why not you? If you do the work and you don't find love, then at least you grew as a person and know that you're the love of your life. And you got to meet a lot of new people. There are plenty of men in this world that are looking for age-appropriate love. It's just finding those men that's the struggle. And that's why you got to put yourself out there. But we don't give up on hope around here. We go after what we want and we make it happen. And if we fail, but at least we tried.
Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think? And if you'd love to watch more videos like this, click this video to watch the moment women realized that their men hated them. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.